and welcome back to my channel. My name is Randy and this is my chronically cozy life. I recently relaunched this channel because I am in a bit of a weird transition phase in my life and being given the opportunity to really refocus and create the life that I really want. So I thought it made sense to start this off with a little video detailing some of my plans. So I've recently been forced to make a big change in my life, and instead of feeling angry and frustrated with it, I am choosing to look on the bright side and really take this as the universe telling me to do something that I really want to do. So like everything in my life, I'm making it into a project, I guess, with an outline and goals set, because that is what I've always done with things. Big part of that is this vlog, and so I really hope you will keep following this journey. I hope it can inspire you, and I hope that you maybe get a laugh out of the chaos, because I can guarantee you that most of this is not going to go according to plan, if the rest of my life is any indication. So I've broken this endeavor down into 3 main points. I'm going to be focusing on my career, my life, and my health. I have vague plans on all of these so far, and I know kind of what I want to make myself happy. I know that it's not what I was doing before, so I'm really looking forward to kind of like seeing how this plays out, just as much as you might be, because we never know how these things are gonna go. So first off, my career. My career is the big change that I am making right now, and for the last forever, I have been in a field that I never really felt suited me. I have been working in healthcare for the last decade, and I am an introvert who really likes my alone time and who doesn't really work well on a team. So it has been a struggle, to say the least. I have learned a lot more about myself now, and I now understand why I never really fit into those spaces and why I always struggled to keep a job where I had to be at a place for a certain amount of time, like whether or not I was doing anything productive or not. Oh, that killed me. But I'm now given the opportunity to try and get into something that I think I might actually like a lot more, which for me is writing. I really want to spend my time writing as much as possible. Unfortunately, one of the first things that I am learning about being a writer is that one does not get to just write and only spend their time doing that, because you also have to then market your writing and create other content, preferably like be on social media and have a bunch of followers. So here I am, that's what I'm doing. I am here to talk a little bit about the writing that I'm going to be doing. Right now I am hoping to focus on monetizing my blog. I've been blogging for probably about 7-8 years now. I had a couple blogs before the one I have now, and they were about other things that didn't really go very far because I didn't have the time and the commitment. But this one that I have now, I have been working on for 3 years. I've been posting fairly consistently. I think my content is quality. I talk a lot about managing life, health, and work with chronic pain. As a personal trainer and movement coach, I taught an intuitive movement approach. So I have a lot of my blog dedicated to intuitive movement and holistic health. I'm really passionate about this blog because I really want to have a space where I can share all the things that I have learned about health and wellness with the people in my community. I find that for people with chronic pain and illness, there isn't a lot of like really good resources out there that don't just kind of either try to sell you on a miracle cure or basically tell you to just try to be positive about it. And I don't love either of those. I need, and I like to provide, practical tips on how to manage health and life and pain and work while you're dealing with the chronic pain, but not like ignoring it as being part of your life. You don't have to just set it aside. You have to honor your body and what it needs. And that is what intuitive movement is all about. And I've really taken that into a lot of my life and my business as well. So now that I have the time, I am committing to posting hopefully a couple times a week, plus this vlog. I also have to do a lot of promotions through social media, and I am actually really excited about that because I really like social media. And I know that that's weird for some people because a lot of people really see all of the negative sides of social media, and I'm not saying those are not there, but I've had a overall really positive experience with social media. For most of my chronic illness journey, I was undiagnosed and not really finding the help in the professionals that I was looking at, that I was talking to. But I did find a lot of help and support and information and encouragement on Instagram. I have made some of the best friends on Instagram, and they are always the ones who are there to support me when I'm talking about things like having a bad day, being in bed with a migraine, having weird pains that are just stopping my plans, or flare-ups. They're always the ones who really understand those things that are the biggest and the hardest things for me to deal with. So along with building this blog and monetizing and building up my social media and trying to make a full-time job out of writing for myself and creating content, I am having to do a lot of professional development, and honestly, kind of really excited. I am going to be essentially sending myself back to school this September because I just have so many more things that I need to learn. Things that I have dabbled in and picked up a little bit over the years, but while I was focusing on personal training, I wasn't really honing these skills. One of the things that I regret the most is that when I built my site and when I started blogging, I didn't look into SEO and take that seriously enough. For those of you who don't know, SEO is search engine optimization, and that's just like the little things that you can do to a blog post to make it more likely to show up higher ranking on a search engine like Google. I didn't do as much of that as I wish I had. So I am now having to go back through my site and make these improvements, and it is super duper boring to do, not fun at all, but it is super important. And so I'm learning a lot more about SEO and how algorithms work and how search engines work, and it's really boring to do, but it's also really fascinating, and I do just love learning new things. So I am really fully committing to learning more about SEO. I am learning more about content marketing right now. I'm learning more about how to use YouTube right now. Pinterest is also another big program that I am learning more about. So far, most of my my traffic comes from Pinterest, so I know that if I can harness the power there, I can make this blog a lot more popular. So I'm really excited about this. I think I'm going to do like a video. I'm gonna build myself like a learning tree, if you know what that means. If you don't know what that means, maybe set up the notification so you know when I make this video. But I'm gonna build myself a little learning tree of everything that I need to know, check it all off. Like I said, I like to make a project of things. Of course, I do know that a blog is not something that is going to make me money very quickly by any means, that it's going to be a thing that I have to build up, but I am hoping that it can create a little bit of passive income in the future. So I am also diversifying my income a little bit, and I have I have ADHD, so I have multiple things that I have created over time, and I'm going to be working harder to promote those things. I have a couple different digital products up and available already on my on my website. I have 2 ebooks about intuitive movement. I have 3 5-minute movement guides that share different movements and modifications so that you can do a little bit of movement, get a little bit of movement breaks into your day. And I have a digital planner that I'm super proud of, that I've built and that I use daily, and it's amazing, and I'm definitely going to be sharing more about that. I am also planning on looking into freelance writing. To be a freelance content writer or ghostwriter would probably suit me really well. I'm working on building up my portfolio there, seeing if I can get myself published in different places. I have been posting to Medium now. All of my links to all of these things are going to be down below. But I obviously specialize in writing about holistic health. So I am looking to work with any health professionals who want to add more content, either blogs or emails or social posts, to their content marketing system. So if you or you know anybody is looking for a freelance writer, let me know. I'm going to be talking more about my freelance writing journey for sure in its own video, because it is going to be its own thing. I'm going to talk more about my blog in its own video because it's going to be its own thing. It's a lot. But that is, I guess, my career plan goals in a nutshell. Monetizing my blog and starting a freelance writing business. Those are my big goals right now. Hopefully I can make this work. I think that this kind of career would work so much better for me than everything else I've done in my life. I think it's something I could actually do for the rest of my life and that I could be really good at. I just have to get it going, I guess, really. My next main focus is my health journey. So like I said, I have hypermobility and fibromyalgia, and this causes me a lot of chronic pain and fatigue. Today in particular, I am feeling just stiff and sore because I think, like, I don't know, it's maybe supposed to rain. Because apparently I feel the weather now, and it is just really frustrating. And I seem to have injured my shoulder, I think sleeping, because sometimes my joints just don't sit in their sockets very well. It's a very frustrating condition, and there is honestly not a lot of help for it. I have only just recently finally got an actual specialist, a rheumatologist, to look at me and agree that I am hypermobile. I don't like to say that this is me officially finding out that I'm hypermobile, because I knew for 6-7 years before that that that's probably what it was, because I do my own research, because even though Canadian healthcare is mostly free, it is not effective, nor is it quick. So I pretty much could have become a doctor in the time that it took me to find a new family doctor who could actually get me a referral to a specialist. And he said, yes, you are hypermobile, you have symptomatic hypermobility. And I said, yes, I know. And then he also said I have fibromyalgia, and I was like, I did not know that. But it does answer a few of the questions that weren't answered before. I also think I might have POTS, which is a comorbidity and a very common thing with hypermobility. But in the grand spectrum of it all, it's definitely not the worst. And I know that it can get worse if I don't start working on myself a little bit. The thing that really drove me towards personal training in the first place and fitness was the fact that literally every doctor I've ever talked to has said, hey, have you tried exercise? So I did. I tried exercise, and I tried exercise, and I tried exercise so many times, and I hurt myself so many times, and I set myself back so many times because I didn't know how to do it properly for myself. And there is a lack of, or there was a lack of, I have found more resources now, which makes me very, very happy, but there was a very big lack of resources for people with chronic pain to talk to them about how to actually go about exercising while dealing with all of their symptoms. So that is what I have been specializing in for the last 7 years, and I have zero intention of fully giving it up because I love it. I love the health and fitness side, the sciencey side of it all, and I like finding my own unique ways of doing things. So I have found every possible or at least most of the possible modifications for most main exercises. I can do a full body strength workout laying in bed. And that is something I'm very proud of because sometimes that is very, very necessary. So I definitely plan on sharing more of my health journey and the actual workouts that I will be doing, because I am going to be working on some strength so that maybe I can stop hurting myself in my sleep as often, at least. The thing with it is that it's you have to be very mindful when you're working out with chronic pain, as you probably know if you're actually watching this. And if you don't do it right, you can set yourself back quite a bit. So it is something that I have definitely built up a bit of a fear around. Even being a personal trainer, even knowing all of the things that I need to know and all the safety precautions that I need to take, my body doesn't always agree with the said safety precautions, and I end up hurting myself anyways. So I've developed a bit of kinesiophobia, which is the fear of movement, and I am really working on breaking that right now and just integrating more intentional movements into my day, which means that I'm just trying to work out more and actually doing the steps that I know I need to do to make myself feel better. All in all, I mean, on my healing journey, I am just done with looking for answers outside of myself. I am focusing inwards now. I am no longer looking for validation from doctors. I will be talking more about the fact that I am neurodivergent. I am 99% sure that I have ADHD and probably 80% sure that I have a bit of autism, but I will not be seeking an actual diagnosis for this. And again, I will be talking more about this on my blog and on this channel, but I'm just over seeking the validation of doctors who aren't actually really able to do anything for me anyways. Obviously, if I ever feel like this is getting very serious and is really, really affecting me, I will look into medication and an actual diagnosis. But right now, I think that if I can take some steps to accommodate myself, and now that I'm not working outside of home, I think I'll be able to control my situation better and help myself feel better. Obviously, I would also like to look into therapy, but as an unemployed or self-employed person, I don't really have healthcare, and neither does my husband, so that's not really a thing for me right now. But I am just working on learning as much about myself as possible, as much about any kind of tips and tricks and advice out there for accommodating my different needs, and really making myself a priority, because I do very much tend to make either my home or my work or other people a priority over myself, and frankly that serves no one. Because I just end up burnt out and a wreck, and I can't do anything for anyone if I can't do what I need to do for myself. So that is the second big part of my creating the life that I want journey. The last big part here is going to be adding in more joy into my life. I'm an introvert and I'm a homebody, but I haven't been taking as much time for the little hobbies and the things that make me happy as much as I would like to. So I'm going to be recommitting some time to my hobbies. And it's really hard right now as I am working on creating a whole new career. So it's really hard to actually take time to do those things. But as I was struggling with this the other day, and I was struggling with what kind of content I want to create, the kind of content that I want to create is the cozy hobby and cozy life stuff. And in order to create that stuff, I have to be doing that stuff. So again, this YouTube channel, it's really playing a big role in my whole effort to create the life that I want. And so I definitely will be sharing more about my cozy hobbies in the future. And if you have any suggestions for crafts or DIYs or anything I should try, please drop them below. I'm always looking for new fun things to do. Again, thank you ADHD, I can never just stick to one thing. I have a billion different crafts on the go, and I am really excited to spend more time on those. And now that it is almost fall and then winter's coming, I'm just gonna have all this time to be cozy inside and do all these things, and I'm super excited about it. I also do plan on making some more time or spending more time out of my house. As I have time, I might as well go out and do things. I live in the Okanagan, and it is an amazingly beautiful place, and there are so many things to do here, and there are a lot of cozy little coffee shops and bookshops and etc. that I feel like I need to be spending more time in. So I am looking forward to, I'm hoping to, my goal is to make at least one day a week where I am going out and doing something fun. How exactly that'll look, I don't know. We'll see. If anyone has any suggestions, let me know. I do have a cozy fall bucket list that's going to be up on my blog very soon, and a cozy winter bucket list as well that I will then work my way into. So I'm just looking for all the things, like anything to get me out and doing stuff. I'm mostly happy to do things by myself, very much am, but I am hoping to also spend more time with the very few friends that I have, and finding more creative ways for my husband and I to do date nights, because obviously we don't have a lot of money right now, so date nights are a little bit difficult, but he's the person that I want to be spending the most time with, so I might as well put some more effort into making that time really fun and memorable. And if you guys want to see some of those, let me know. He's got his own YouTube channel, so I'm sure he'll let me film it, but I bet he's gonna be whiny about it a little bit. He mostly likes to talk about car stuff, not lovey-dovey stuff. So that's kind of my big goals in the coming months and coming year. I'm going to be monetizing my blog, working on starting up some freelance writing business, not some. I'm going to be working more on my health, integrating more intentional movements into my day, and I really need to be getting out of my house a little bit more, so I will definitely be filming as much of that as possible. So if those are some things that you want to see, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification button so that you see when I post new things. If you want to know about all my new content coming out on my blog, on the channel, on Medium, all the different places I post, please sign up to my newsletter down below, and you will get that once a week, just once a week, I promise. And yeah, follow me on Instagram or TikTok. Thanks again for hanging out and staying till the end. I will see you next time. Bye.